Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my series of Evil Dead reviews leading up to Evil Dead Rise coming out later this week. And today I'm reviewing Army of Darkness starring Bruce Campbell and directed by Sam Raimi. A hardware store clerk is accidentally transported to 13,000 AD where he must get the Necronom and battle an army of the dead so he can return home. So I watched this movie by myself without my dad. He was actually away the night that I watched this. And so what happened was that I haven't watched Evil Dead Rise yet. I'm recording this on Wednesday, April 19th, which, if you are a Power Rangers fan, knows that that's the date of My Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always airs. So I wanted to watch that this afternoon and get my review out by later this evening. So I can review that and then I can get straight into recording rankings for Power Rangers and that sort of stuff. But I didn't want to lose track of my Evil Dead stuff. So I decided to record this now so then I don't have to do it tomorrow because I want this video to air tomorrow. So I did watch this movie by myself. When I watched the first 5 minutes, I was like, I'm hooked into this. But I did organize some of my PlayStation collection. But other than that, I didn't take my eyes off the screen. There were times that I walked in and out, but I was more engaged in this movie than I was in the first two. This one, I lean more towards a more higher grade than the first two. Because I think that from the first 5 minutes, I was actually kind of shocked at how it started and Ash is a slave. And it was an interesting story to me because it's more interesting where it was more interesting compared to the second Evil Dead movie because the second Evil Dead to me leans way too heavy on the Campbellite from what we expected from a horror movie, and I guess also because there was something about the second one that was more confusing and was also a little bit more of a remake of the first one-ish. But this one was an entirely new story, so I really liked that. Something that did confuse me at first was that as soon as you see Ash, he doesn't have the chainsaw, but then when he gets out of the pit, when he gets thrown in there, he does have the chainsaw. So that kind of threw me over for a loop a little bit. But then it's also easy for me to get interested in a love story, like for instance Ross and Rachel on Friends. I think that that's such a interesting relationship of like they have each other, but they have things that get in the way and that sort of stuff, and they have things that make them break up and get back together and that sort of stuff. Same with Penny and Lennon. Relationships in the NCU and DCU, they do a great job with relationships. This love story, the girl literally slaps Ash in the face and then he's like, give me some sugar, baby. And then they fall in love. I'm just like, what in the world? And I've seen good love stories before from Sam Raimi. Like, you want to go over to a Spider-Man trilogy, like, yeah, sure, you might not like Mary Jane as a person or Kirsten Dunst's version of Mary Jane, but I think that their relationship, they work on it, it works for the most part. And Sam Raimi did a good job portraying that on screen. And, like, also the same thing with Oz and Theoda, or whatever, from Monster Grand Powerful. And of course, Stephen and Christine from Multiverse of Madness. For some reason, this one was just weird, how it's just like they fell in love with each other from out of the blue. That really confused me. So, and seeing Bruce Campbell versing more crazy versions of himself, like, it kind of reminded me of, like, what I'm going to review later tonight, Power Rangers, where you had Tommy, and you had him versing himself in stuff like Mighty Morphin and Dino Thunder and Super Ninja Steel and stuff like that, and how he had the Master Morphin, he was versing an evil robot of Tommy and that sort of stuff. So I thought that was just kind of cool, that was something that I knew before, but didn't know that the Evil Dead has done. But I thought it was something that was cool to see, something that I was kind of familiar with from other franchises and stuff like that. So I need to give Army of Darkness 4 out of 5 stars. This movie is the best out of the whole series so far. At the time I'm watching this, I haven't seen the remake at the moment, and there are things that I loved about this movie, but I don't think that Evil Dead is the greatest franchise ever. So can't concern me about the new one, because the new one looks really good. But I think that it's gonna be interesting ranking these, because even though I prefer some over others and that sort of stuff, I think that there's gonna be something about the about the way that I'm going to rank all the Evil Dead movies and even the Sam Raimi movies, because I will do a Sam Raimi ranking of all his movies I've seen. But yeah, so I will do that. So guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe, also the little bell icon to get notified of future videos that I make. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.